Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about the upcoming Thai Grand Prix that is going to happen at the Chang International Circuit this weekend. Now, before we get into it, here is the schedule for Friday. Here is the schedule for Saturday. And here is the schedule for Sunday. Now, the weather does not look like it's going to be good this weekend. Now, I'm not sure on exactly what time it is going to rain, but looking at the weather forecast when making this video, it looks like there is going to be thunder and lightning and rain on Friday and Sunday, and rain on Saturday. Not sure is that going to be during the day or the night, but it doesn't look that it's going to be the best weather. Now, also, looking back on the 2022 results, here is the top 10 from that. Miguel Oliveira won it from Jack Miller, Pecco Bagnaia, Johan Zarco, Marc Marquez, Enea Bastianini, Maverick Vinales, Alex Marquez, Jorge Martin, and Brad Binder finished 10th. If you remember, this was a wet race last year, and it looks like it's going to be the same again. Now, the title rivals, let's just call it, Jorge Martin versus Pecco Bagnaia. I think they'll have a steady weekend this weekend. If it is wet, they definitely will not want to come off and give the other the advantage. This could also, in my view, if Bezzecchi is feeling a bit more fitter, I suppose, let's just call it, then he could take advantage of the other two being, I would think, a little bit more cautious if it is wet. If it is dry, I think they'll pull the pin and go for it. But I definitely am not yet 100% counting Bezzecchi out of having a strong weekend this weekend. It is a quick circuit. He may be hampered by the heavy braking at the end of the two straights, but I guess we're going to wait and see on that. If it is also wet, you can never count out Miller, Oliveira, Zarco, to push it and to try and take the win. Also, Brad Binder in the wet, it's pretty handy as well. So there's definitely going to be it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they handle the weather. If it is raining all weekend, I think it might be good for them that they have a good lot of testing and practice on it. The other thing is, how is Di Gianantonio going to go? Another couple of strong race weekends, and I think he definitely will be rescued and stay in MotoGP. Or people would be crazy not to keep him. I'm not sure if Alex Rins is going to be there. He did crash in Australia last weekend, and he didn't do the race, so definitely think it needs to be looked at, I suppose, for him if he is going to do it. I don't think he's going to turn up. How are Yamaha going to get on? I think how long is a piece of string is the real answer here. They don't tend not to go too well in the wet, so I kind of think my hopes are not too high in cold, damp, wet conditions. Not too high. How will Marquez go? He is the other unanswered question. Risk it for the biscuit, and wet weather is definitely the time to have a go. So I think it'll be interesting to see where he'll go. He does get on well with the circuit, but is the Honda up to the race? I think there's also an opportunity for the likes of Augusto Fernandez, Raul Fernandez, maybe even Pol Espargaro to put in a shocker and a surprise. Aleix Espargaro is also fairly good in the wet, so it will definitely be interesting to see how things go over the course of the weekend. But if I'm picking for a fast man on Friday, now knowing it's going to be wet, I will go with Jack Miller. But I'd definitely love to know your thoughts. What are you most looking forward to from this Grand Prix, and who is your fastest man on Friday? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.